Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Throwing to start the drive. Rich looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. To throw on 2nd down. Rich. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Bremen. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Harris. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. So first and goal from the 9-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Brennan. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Operating from the gun. Harris. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free, and those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. McPherson's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rich, he finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw. Rich steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
To throw is Harris. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Off the play fake. Harris. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. Brennan. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Brennan And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now Harris on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Brennan. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Brennan. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. McPherson's kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Harris, off play action, rolling to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Off play action. Rich. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. On third down, Rich. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 6-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Up the middle they go. Ratliff. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. On first down, Rich. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. To throw on third down. Rich, throw left side complete. That's Stanley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try the left side. Ratliff. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll keep it on the ground. Ratliff. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Rich looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, My list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And this one is right through, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Harris. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Harris. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a give, right side. Ratliff. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Here's Harris looking to throw on 2nd down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Harris now from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle.
Ratliff taken down at the 30.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Rich. Out to the right here to Wilson.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Looking to throw. Rich. Forced out to his left.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Rich. Taking it right down Broadway. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Well, Charles, you add that pick six to what else he has already been doing defensively, the tackles. Like he has been all over the place, a real star for them on the defensive side.
And big-time players know how to solidify their status in the game by impacting a game in multiple ways. And the way he's performed all game long, there's absolutely no question he's one of those big-time players for this defense.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
Off play action. Rich. His throw incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Rich finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll run on 1st down. Brennan. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw is Harris. Off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Back to throw. Harris. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now Harris to throw on 2nd down.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Harris. That's complete right around the 8. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Back to throw. Harris. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
On 1st and 10, Rich.
Slant pass, it's Ferguson.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 1st down, Rich. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich over the middle, and it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Rich is going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Harris throwing to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the Jaguars who pick up the win at home. The Jaguars keep their already slim playoff hopes alive, but at 4-7, another loss would likely put an end to any postseason dream. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. The Colts able to get back to 500, don't write them off just yet as they move to 5-5 with the victory. And one final game to highlight. It's Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Back to throw. Rich got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Here's Harris from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Harris now off the bootleg, rolling to his right, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
To throw is Harris. Throwing on 3rd and long. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Able to slither by. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down now, Ratliff. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, Ratliff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run the counter. Ratliff. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rich. He finds his man. Complete. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rich. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ferguson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stanley. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And it's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
To throw on 2nd down, Rich. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there.
with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Now Harris on 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Off the bootleg, Harris. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Up the middle they go. Brennan.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
He was taken off at the 50-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Harris.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Harris. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Harris looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Rich. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Here's Harris to throw on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now. Looking to throw. Harris. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Operating from the gun, Rich, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position, but as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on second down, Rich, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rich throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing on first down. Rich, he finds his man, complete. It's Stanley. Looking to throw on second down. Rich.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Back to throw. Rich got his tight end. That's complete. That's Wilson.